Oh, hi there. Did you miss me? Oh, these headphone things don't work with Facebook Live. I should take them out. I'm walking along the beach. Do you want to see? I wonder if this is new since I've last been here. Hi, John. What's up, buddy? Oh, it's not really what I thought it was. So yeah, this is new. Weird. People are so weird. I was gonna put the phone down, but I'll just keep walking. Hi, Frank. So yeah, hi. I've been helping classes for the last. Oh, hi, Tom. Hi. Hola. I've been helping classes for the last 10 days, and now I'm done with that. So I'm walking down to the beach of love, the playa de amor, to watch the sunset. Because even though we can't see the sunset the way we used to back when the sun set into the sea, it has moved too far north now. It's still a nice place to watch the sun, and I haven't seen the sunset from here for a long time. So that's why I'm walking this way. And I thought, I should share a little video with people. Hi, John. How's Australia this morning, I guess? This evening? This morning? Yeah, your morning. Give me a second so I can... I wonder if I can prop this up on my arm. Kind of. That's a bit of a mess, but it'll just last for a second. Taking my privilege technology out of my ears. Ciao, Andy. Oh, man. So, yeah. Hi, Jeff. What's up with you, mister? I'm sharing a little bit of ocean. I'm not busy. I'm not running anywhere. I'm just walking to watch the sunset. I think I have plenty of time. There's no rush. There's no rush. How are you guys doing this evening? How is your, are you feeling the spring? Are you excited? Is there a sensation of opening, of budding, of blossoming? Do you want to say hello? Hi. Look, it's Dominic. Look, there's a sunlight on my face. But I'm walking backwards. Yes. Yes, Jeff. We should get a bunch of people to come down here for a Yoga Buds retreat. And maybe we'd stay in some place like that, but probably not. There are other places with big yoga shalas where we can do yoga. But Yoga Buds, it's more about just eating and relaxing, and we could just do yoga on the beach. Qigong every morning. There's still people up there, look at that. It's nice, I haven't walked down here for a while. Yeah, Doug, it's really nice. It's very cheap. There are flights starting again in June for $180 or maybe $200 or something from New York down to here. Isn't it amazing? Oh, I bet, Jeff. Are you working your garden a lot? Jeff's got a really beautiful garden. I can imagine that it looks really good right now. Look at the light on the water. Maybe we've all survived. Wow. Look, there's hippie beach bungalows. Check out the hippie beach bungalows. Hola, Ricardo. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, guapos. ¿Cómo están? Yeah, I bet. Ooh. There's the yellow froth down here. It's not super attractive to me, but I don't think I'm going to be getting in. Ooh! Surfer fail. Wakeboard. Wakeboard fail. Wow. Some people, they don't mind. Yeah, I wish you were here too. It would be fun. You know, and again, there's like this overall sensation of just doing whatever you like. And that's such a nice feeling, especially right now when so many people in the world don't have that option to just feel like they can do whatever they like. Octopus. Hello, Octopus Graffiti. How are you? Wow. See, that man's fishing with a net. He's net fishing. And the beach here is almost completely gone. So I haven't been down here in quite a few weeks, and there's been lots of high tide from the supermoon that has destroyed the beach. Well, not destroyed, it's just pulled it away. Pulled it away. It'll come back again someday. Sanola. One fish. Two fish in his net. I have to watch out for fishing lures. It doesn't look like anybody is cast right now. I should be able to walk by without getting hurt. Oi! Little boy fishing. Lolas. Desayuno. Cena. Mojito. Wow. Yeah, so I've never lived near this beach before, as I've mentioned many times, and it's amazing to me. This is a normal thing that happens every year, but it's just like the beach is flooded. It's eaten away tons of the sand, totally changed the shape of the beach, and these kind of mangrove forests, which probably all of this was mangrove forest before the tourists arrived. These mangrove forests are like filling up. Sí, fuertes. Like kill you fuertes. Come olas de muerte. Olas guapas de muerte. Muerta? Ah, there we go. Look at that. We got some sun reflecting off the water. That's what we're going for today. Oh, man. Hi, Bill. Our Boston representation. There was a sign there that said the playa was closed, and somebody has ripped that sign off. It said, you know what I say to your playa is closed? Fooey. Fooey upon you. No. I refuse to accept a closed beach, thanks. I wonder what this was like before they put in the stairs. People who wanted to come over here had to scramble up over rocks. I imagine a lot of people got hurt, and that's why they put in these stairs. But it also, I'm sure, changed the people who came here. There's naked people down there. Wow, the Playa de Amor is completely filled with water. That is fucking crazy. Wow. Wow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go up there. There's a naked person down on the Playa de Amor. Maybe we could have sex with strangers or somebody that I know. But I think I'm gonna go to the better place to watch the sunset. I don't need to have sex with strangers. Thank you very much. And again, folks at home, I am barefoot. Hi, Nick. Climbing up for the good view. The good view be with you. It's been a long time, you know, relaxing on the beach. Well, no, of course I do. I have. But weirdly enough, since I've been here, the first week I was here, I had sex with a couple different people, and I was like, I don't want to do that. For various reasons, I was like, I just don't feel like doing that. I think it's a life phase. Maybe I'll grow out of it. Making good choices, that's right. Guarda. Guarda la mare. Sorry, wrong language. Mira. Mira la playa. Mira la mar. Mira la mar. Mira la mar. La puesta de sol. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's been quite a few weeks since I was up here. Thank you, baby. Oh, look at this. Take it in. I wish you were here. It's really nice. There's some talking about how this whole lockdown situation down here may change soon, because everybody likes talking about that, so we don't know, but there's a feeling of like, oh, a whole bunch of tourists from other places might flock this area. People who have been up in the mountains who want the sea, and people from here might leave to go up to the mountains. I myself would love a couple days of cooling off. But another guy from here, he has a bus and he is thinking of getting a bunch of hippies together. Wasn't that a good choice? I guess I made a good choice, yeah. And for those of you who are interested, again, I'm standing on the cliff. Just standing on the cliff. Way, way down below. It's a good view from here. Check out that sun. Is there anything in the sky? Oh, there's some clouds. Hey, clouds, what's up? Anybody want to see anything specific? Do you want me to keep walking on the trail? Do you want to keep seeing other views? I can cross over the fence and go show you some other views if you want some other views. Yeah, I've been helping with a class from Thailand, Michael Lindsay. So I've been busy. Today's my first day free, really. I had one day off, but I needed that as a day off, right? But now the class is over, so I can go back to broadcasting once a day or twice a day, sometimes in the mornings. But in the mornings, I'm silent. Right now, I can be a chatty little parrot. Soy un loro. Soy un loro. Hola. It's very pretty here. It's hot. I am sweaty and thirsty. Anybody want me to talk about anything or show you anything? Do anything for the camera that's Facebook safe? Toro el ti, pro loro hablador. I don't know LT, LTIE. Unless it's like tío, but then it would be los tíos. Todos los tíos. Mique. Mique. Loro hablador siempre sí. Yo entiendo. Mique in my language is hello. Mique. What's your language, Edward? Hi, everybody. See, that's kind of nice, right? Ut. Mique, Edward. I hope I'm saying that right. It could be Mique. Could be Mique, could be Mique. So, I guess I can sit here and talk about stuff. Let me put this down and put my little, what do you call it? My little sarong down so I can have a seat, and then I'll talk about stuff. is a damp, hot time of year here. It's a time of year when everything is damp and hot. Ugh. What do we have? Thanks for sharing the gorgeous views. Hi, Steve. Shimmer. Maiqua. More like Maiqua. Man, I am not a polyglot. It's definitely a character trait I wish I had. I wish I could speak a whole bunch of languages, but I cannot. But I'm putting more words in my mouth, so that's all I can do. So, a couple people have talked about winning the quarantine lottery. When in my situation, they're like, "Oh, you won the quarantine lottery." The air up here is a bit like being blown with a hot, wet towel. Maybe being in a car wash. Wow, these trees are starting to flower. Wow. I'm gonna have to show you that in a minute. Anyway, yeah, this time of year, at this time of day, this is only my first year here, so I can't speak about always. Walking through space is like moving through damp, hot, like palpable air. Sharing the same for how long? Are you ever coming back home? We would love you to come back and teach some yoga class at our Deep Creek Hot Springs. Mr. Minor Bear, I would love to come and spend some time in your version of California and teach yoga. I've been teaching Qigong every morning for the last 6 weeks for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours every morning. And I love it. I would love nothing more than to come and spend a few weeks or months or whatever, or years, because I've even fantasized with like, maybe I just need to spend another chapter in the West, you know, and the desert would be nice. I like the North too. I like the redwoods and everything, but the desert's very nice. And hot springs, man, I never can get tired of hot springs. Oh, I guess I don't need to sit with my legs crossed because my legs aren't on camera. But I'm always home wherever I am. So I'm already home. I don't really belong anywhere, so I'm everywhere. I don't ever have to worry about not feeling like I fit in, because I don't fit in anywhere. So I fit in everywhere, the same as I do anywhere else. But some people have talked, when I've told them about where I am and how this happened, they're like, "Oh, it sounds like you won the quarantine lottery." I heard that phrase a few times, and a couple other people who are here, they've heard that phrase as well. One of my friends, who I think maybe the first person who said it to me, he said, "Yeah, I won the quarantine lottery too," and he described this whole story about how he was trying to keep the home he was living in because he loved it so much. Yeah, or like a turtle. I'm more associated with turtles than snails, although they're both slow. It's nice to have your own home when you move about slowly. I guess I kind of move slowly. There's a motorcycle guy that I met here, and he's like, "You know, I'm a rider." I'm like, "You're a writer?" And he said, "No, I'm a rider. I ride a motorcycle." And I was like, "Oh, you're a rider." And he's like, "So I just pass through places pretty quickly. Maybe I should spend more time." And I was like, "What do you mean pretty quickly?" And he was like, "You know, like 1 or 2 days, and then I leave. Sometimes I'm just someplace for a few hours, and then I'm like had enough, and I get on my bike and I ride." And I was like, "Oh, that's a very different style of traveling than I, do. I've always, even when I've had my own car, I like to spend time places and really explore them, soak into them." But it is one of the nice things about not having a car is you just kind of get stuck places sometimes, and it's kind of nice to get stuck places. It's sometimes not nice to get stuck places, but you can always find something you like about it. But there's lots of different versions of the idea of a quarantine lottery. There's people I know who are pretty much hermits if they're agoraphobic or they just don't like socializing very much, just however they're wired. And they live in places that they're very satisfied. They're very beautiful. And I think it's nice that there's some people that it hasn't really changed their life very much, social distancing or not. They're just doing what they're doing. And there's a friend of mine in New York City who he was like, I'm taking like these online yoga classes, and I have to say, this whole sheltering in place thing, I don't hate it. I was like, you don't hate it? And he's like, no, I'm pretty fine with this. It's really nice to just be home with my husband. And I was like, yeah, well, you have a husband, and you did spend 6 years of your life training to be a monk. And he said, oh, I guess that's a good point. I was like, not everybody has that bend, but some of us really like being alone. And even though I'm a bit of an extrovert, I like talking to strangers. If you've ever met me in public and I'm at a party or a bar or a nude beach, I usually flit around and chat with people. But I have to say, I was very social the first couple weeks I was here. And I had this friend that I was spending a lot of time with the first couple weeks. And then he left, and I just kind of got pretty quiet. And I tried to be social for another week or so, but then the pandemic thing started happening, and I was like, yeah, people are assholes. I'm just going to stay alone. And when I say people are assholes, I wrote about that. There was this whole pandemic thing happening, and there were people here just partying and drinking and having sex and pretending it wasn't happening to them, and I'm sure I got COVID from one of them. It was weird. I went into this state where I was like, I'm just not going to interact with people for a while. And when the people showed up at Shambhala that asked me to teach them Qigong, and I started teaching them Qigong, I kind of was like, it was really nice to interact with them, but I wasn't really going and talking with anyone else. I would do Qigong in the morning with them, and for the most part, just go back to my hammock for the rest of the day. Maybe I'd talk to them for a little while, and then maybe I would just go back to my my hammock and sleep or nap or read. I was reading a lot of novels and sci-fi novels and stories, and it was really nice. I really couldn't complain about it. But a couple weeks ago, when I had a ticket to leave, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm down to my last 2 weeks here, and one of my Qigong students, he had his birthday, so he invited me to his birthday party. And I met all these really interesting people here, and I was like, oh yeah, there's interesting people to interact with here. The other people who got stuck in this strange location are also interesting. So then I was kind of sad that I was leaving, and then my flight got canceled. So now I'm just like, oh, I'm here indefinitely again, and I'm kind of happy to be here. I'm really just grateful to be able to be in a place where I can hug people and walk around naked on a beach and watch the sunset and watch the waves and listen to the noise. So any of you who are watching who've been listening to this and who feel like responding, I would love you to type something about some aspect of how you're really grateful for where you are and what you really like about it. You can just use a few words, whatever you feel like, how eloquent or loquacious or taciturn you are. It's not really so good. I can't read the screen. Is nobody going to say anything to me? Nobody's going to relate any of the gratitude about the place they are? How their situation's working out? Gratitude. What's your gratitude? Oh. There we go. That's what I want to see. I have to move it back over here to be able to read it. And still give you a pretty good view. Yeah, sure. That's very nice. I'm very happy to be able to spend some time with you guys and just share some of the beauty here and your appreciation. When you say that, Shimmer, what you have here, do you mean like your living situation, your friends, your community, just like your whole life there? Do you feel gratitude unconditionally? Not gratitude for anything specifically, just gratitude. Unconditional gratitude is certainly not a bad thing. Is that what you'd say about the key word, gratitude? You just feel unconditional gratitude? All of it. Well, I'm glad to return them to you. I don't know if I should do them every day, but I may. I may do them every day. We'll see. Oh, that's good. Freedom. Freedom and appreciation. Freedom and appreciation. So look, I'm going to show you these trees I was talking about. These bare trees are starting to flower, so I guess they're in some family of magnolia. They look kind of magnolia-ish to me. It's pretty cool, right? Sorry it's so shaky. That sounds very nice. Again, being able to walk somewhere and do your shopping. What am I trying to show you? I'm trying to show you naked bodies. There you go. I don't want to get too close to violate their privacy or get in trouble on Facebook. But I just want to show you, you can make a screen capture, Joseph, if that's something you might want to paint. Joseph had specifically said how nice it would be to see some naked bodies in some nice light. Let me try to make this stable. There, that's not violating their privacy. And it's not going to get us in trouble on Facebook. And you can just appreciate seeing some naked men. Do you think I should go down and get in the water? I could leave this camera up here for the sunset and I could go down and get in the water. Do you think I should do that? Might be a nice thing to do. Did you take some screenshots, Joseph? Mother Ocean, yeah. There's an old Jane's Addiction song where he says that. And I think about that a lot, especially in this little cove. Mother Ocean, yeah. How's that? Do you like this view? Is this a good view? Hi, Carrie. Love you. Yeah, I can just leave it like this. And I'm going to go jump in the water. Hopefully my phone won't get stolen. I haven't seen anybody up here for a while. Hey there, please don't steal my phone. Nice if they steal my phone when it's doing a live broadcast. I'm gonna run down and get in the water. You guys can just leave this on in the background. Go about your business with the sun setting and knowing that I'm frolicking in the waves. I'm gonna clean the lens a little bit though, it's a little smudgy. Ta-da! Would you guys rather have this view or like that view? That's not really a sunset though, you know? Although, you could see me play in the waves and then I could come back up before the sun sets and show you the sunset. Let's just lift this up a little more. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Ah, there we go. Hi there. Hi, Jacob. Buen camino. Seaside. Sunset. Oh. I think I'm going to leave that little cloud in the corner. It'll move, but... Oh, it looks like we're getting sunset behind the clouds. I guess I came up just in time to get the sunset behind the cloud. Fuck. Oh. Prickly sea salt water. Oh. It's really gorgeous. Look at this white cloud to the side there. It's really nice. So Joseph, I just walked the beach all the way down here and hardly saw any naked people. Most of the people who are here right now apparently are just not nudists. So in this Playa de Amor, the shot that I just showed you of the naked bodies, that's probably the best naked bodies you're gonna get for a while. Were you able to do a screen capture? Oh, there's the sun. Atta boy. Let me just see if that reads. Yeah, you're kind of seeing it, right? Yeah, sorry it's so jiggly. There we go. Yeah, it's not really... I mean, it's really hard to take a picture of the sun with an iPhone, or with a camera, or whatever you call. Camera, mobile phone, pocket computer. It's hard to take a picture of the sun. I'm glad you got some. There are not many naked people out during the day. There are two little coves at the end of the beach. This one, and at the other end of the beach, there's a cove underneath where I'm staying. And I see naked people in there more frequently than on the main beach. On the main beach, there's just lots of families right now, which is great. Families having a good time. And lots of people surfing. But they're wearing swimming suits, which I don't find nearly as inspiring or joyous. Oh man. How great. I really feel like I have to soak up every moment of goodness here because, well, I don't know. I mean, I could stay here for years, I guess. what will I do? Just read and write and eventually become a famous author? I don't know. What would I do if I just stayed here for years? I could just stay here for years. My family would miss me. As with friends. Hola! Very well, thanks. I think this is a pretty good frame. I'm pretty happy with this frame. I'm gonna leave it here. You can see my knee, right? Yeah. Joseph, there's a friend of mine in Barcelona whose name is Harry Hancock. You can find him on Facebook or Instagram. Harry Hancock in Barcelona, BCN. I don't remember exactly what his name tag is, but he has been doing lockdown portraits where he has a person sit on Zoom or some other video phone medium, and he just sits and chats with them, and he sets up a frame that he likes and a composition, and then he paints it, and he gives himself like 1 hour, and he's painting it in oils, and then he does some screen captures, and after the oils dry a few days later, he does some detail. Yeah, the guys I do Qigong with in the morning, one of them does Qigong naked with me. He's the Dutch guy. The Italian guy, he rarely gets naked. He prefers to have clothes on. There's a Canadian guy that I have sex with. He's the only man I've been having sex with for the last 2 months, I guess. And he is naked almost all the time. He's like 69. We don't hang out except to have sex. It's kind of that situation. He's not gay. He's never been married. He's 69. He has a girlfriend back home. But every time he goes on vacation, he has sex with men. So whatever. But he's naked all the time. And he has a friend he hangs out with a lot who's naked all the time. But they don't have sex, apparently. And then some of the other people that I've become friends with through the Dutch guy, they don't hang out naked very much either. Again, I would just kind of prefer to be naked all the time if I could get away with it. So I'm really grateful to be barefoot and naked here. Very nice. Yeah, just hanging out naked with people in a relaxed way. It's very nice. Again, in New York City for years, I participated in a naked yoga group at a friend's house, and it was also just kind of like a social naked hangout. It's very nice. Hopefully you'll be able to go to your nudist camp again soon. Clouds, they're changing all the time. I really like the view that I have, but I really also appreciate this view. Forgive me for moving this all the time. I really appreciate this view as well because there's this like endless horizon kind of situation. Like this. I don't have the endless horizon situation from my view. Anybody who's seen my morning sunrise videos. The endless horizon view is a nice view to have. Yeah, thanks Kyle. I've been helping a Zoom class for the last 10 days or 11 days or whatever. It's nice to see you too. Ah, Mr. Ampico. Let's spend a moment with this character. Is he smoking a pipe? Is he spitting? Is it an elephant character? Do you guys see anything there? Ampico! The kids run by me laughing. It's a naked gringo. Watch out. Watch out. It's a naked gringo. Don't let him get you. Sometimes they bite. I've noticed that although I love looking at the sea, I am very, 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 very drawn to the clouds and the sky. So these I did a time lapse that I posted just before going live today on YouTube and on here. Oh no, I didn't post it on here yet. Oh, I didn't post it on Facebook yet. I'll post it after I'm done with this live video. But I've been doing these time lapses with the wide angle lens because then you get to see more clouds. It's very nice. happy to share this with you, Nick. Going to adjust this again. Let's get back to the sea for a little bit. It's kind of nice. Oh. Yeah. A few days ago was was a couple days after the supermoon, which is when the waves and the tides are the biggest. And they were crazy. Today was the first day I got in the sea and actually got in and went swimming in about a week, I guess. Also, when the waves are gigantic and terrifying, the water's really filthy because it's been pulling everything.
No. No.
Because, someone who has like 4 dogs and kicks them and they fight. It's super great. I'm going to move the camera again really quick because this cloud that I was enjoying earlier is really showing off right now. Can you focus? It's not so bad. I love clouds. That's very nice. All right, so what else can we look at? We can look at this, which I really like this view. Does this view do anything for you? I don't want to give you the reality cam view. Let me set this down. There you go. In the middle of the day, if I have to go into town, I put on my sandals because the ground is very hot. Since I've been using the road, I think the first month I was here, I never used the road. I just walked on the beach all the time. And so I'd sometimes have to wear my sandals again in the middle of the day because the beach was too hot. I've also worn my sandals when I go into town, into other towns, when I get like in a taxi or coming at the colectivo and go into the other towns to go shopping. Obviously wearing sandals, not everybody would, I suppose. There's a lot of people here who just live barefoot all the time, but if I'm going into a town where there's more likely to be broken glass and dog pee everywhere. On a beach, there's dog pee everywhere, but at least it's getting washed every once in a while. On cement, it's a different story. So I wear my sandals then too. I don't really have super calloused feet. I have pretty soft feet. I don't know why that is. They've just never calloused. I've been a barefoot walker for a very long time, but I do not have really rough feet. I mean, they might kind of be thick padded, but they're not hard. They're not cracked and hard. Okay, let's give another few minutes of the bay. There's the whole bay, right? It's a weird angle, huh? Let me see if I can straighten that out. Tough cookie. Or I'm just really soft. You can either be strong or you can be soft. Both can achieve mastery. Ooh, the bats are out. It's been very nice during the Mantak Chia seminar I was doing. I would often sit up, look at this big crest of wave. It's so gorgeous. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. During the Mantak Chia seminar, I'd often sit up in Shambhala looking out over the whole bay at this time of day until the moon rose, because it was around the full moon. So it was very nice to just see that, to just sit and stare at this light. It's some of my favorite light. At this time of night, the bats come out, which is what I was really trying to talk about. Was over by Shambhala. There's lots of bats up there, so just watch them do their strange maneuvers in the air. There are none in front of my face right now. There was one. When I said there's none in front of my face right now, I just saw it. I think that's enough. You think that's enough? I think that's enough. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go down while there's still some light. Look, I've got glasses on. I'm gonna go down while there's still some light and get something to eat and maybe talk to people. So it's nice to be able to share an evening with you again. And I'm so happy to take some of this beauty and beam it out into the world of people who are not able to see this type of thing right now. It's really gorgeous, and I'm very grateful to be here. Is this working? There you go, look at that. That's pretty messy, right? It's just noisy. Strange. These strange views of the mountains. The hotels, the little houses. Town center away from the tourist main street, which I think is interesting. How do people live when there are support staff for tourists, like people in Venice, people in Thailand, in some places, people in seaside resorts in Mexico? How do they survive having some semblance of self as opposed to just like keeping the tourist industry going? I like that they have a town center that's away from the tourist town center. There's like a local, although most of the locals here aren't locals. They moved here just for the tourist industry to, facilitate the tourists. They weren't Mexicans from this area per se. Money, it's a strange thing, man. Speaking about money, I'll put my donation link in here, and if anybody wants to send me some money, that'd be cool. You've heard that before. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's really hard for me to stop looking at this. The light is really amazing right now. And I wish I could just back out to the wide angle lens so you could see all the gradients of color. All the gradients of color. It's so beautiful. With that, much love to you. Have a peaceful evening. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Although I may go on an adventure, so I may not. We'll see. Those crazy waves. Bats, waves, smoke. Hang up the phone.